aren't approaching women anymore. Not because they're mama's boys, not because they're man-child or scared or whatever it is you call them these days. You know why? Because one wrong word and they're labeled creeps. One compliment and it's harassment. One traditional gestures and they're called sexists. So they've learned to leave you alone. Then you wonder why chivalry is dead, why dating apps are the only option. Congratulations, women. We've played ourselves.
On front. 80% of single men are no longer interested in dating. They are not even trying. Why is this the case? You wanted what modern netties. Men are tired. Now cry.
Men only need somebody that cooks, cleans, sucks, fucks, and shuts the fuck up. Like, what's all the extra for?
I may be a slut, but I still have feelings, okay? And I catch feelings too. And although, you know what? I'm not even gonna explain myself on here. Fuck y'all.
Modern women are finally realizing something terrifying. The men they ignored, shamed, and mocked, they're not angry anymore. They're silent. In this video, we break down the reality of why so many men have walked away from modern dating and why women are starting to panic. From false accusations to unrealistic standards, men have simply chosen peace over chaos. If you're a man who's tired of the games or a woman wondering why no one is approaching anymore, this one's for you. But hold up. Before we get into the real breakdown, if you want this channel to keep going, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and the most important part, activate the bell notifications.
It is 2 a.m. I just drove 40 fucking minutes to this guy's apartment. I show up, he doesn't answer the door. He doesn't answer any of my calls. He doesn't answer the doorbell. 30 minutes I waited in that little fucking lobby. Calling. And I'm just gonna go home because what the fuck? I still haven't heard from him. But he will never be hearing from me again.
I think I owe the men of the world an apology. Let me explain before you come in my comments. I always think to myself, why don't men just approach women? Why? It's not that hard. Just say hi. Just say hi. Your hair is pretty. It's not that hard, right? Well, last night I learned it is hard, okay? And let me tell you what happened. So I'm just sitting at the bar with my buddies, just having a fun time, and in walks some men who were attractive. One in particular, I was like, wow, he's very handsome. So I'm chatting with my friends who are all male in this conversation. I'm like, what do I do? Because I don't really approach men ever, but I also don't ever get approached. So anyway, I'm thinking to myself, how bad could it be? So they suggest I send him a drink. And I'm like, brilliant. Oh my gosh, I've never done that before. That's so smart. So I sent him his drink of choice, which was a Corona with lime. Whatever, should have known. Anyway, so some time goes by and he has not acknowledged that I've sent this drink. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just go over there. I walk up and I say, hey, how's your beer? You know, I like bat my eyelashes, you know, and he looks at me and he goes, oh, you sent this? Yeah, I did. It was me. And then he said nothing. 0 words exchanged. And you know that gif of Britney Spears where she's like holding her purse and she's just standing there looking around like this? That was me in real life. And we just stared at each other. And I said, okay, enjoy your night. And then I had to turn around and march my way back to my little bar stool, just wrapped in rejection. And now I have to think about that for the rest of my life. So, gentlemen, I'm sorry. That shit sucked.
Now here come the 30-plus crowd with the I'm tired of feminism era. I want a real man. I want a protector. I hate that men don't talk to me anymore. Sweetheart, the store is closed. You missed the sale. The men who used to break their backs for you, they're now building businesses, lifting weights, playing games, traveling, and ignoring you. Aaaiinnn, but I made eye contact. Why didn't he approach me? Because men are done playing the guessing game. Eye contact is not an invitation. Eye contact is just you looking. You want effort? Show value, period.
I'm telling you, that singleness only hits you at night. when you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you know, whatever extracurricular activities, when you doing hobbies, when you at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind. But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you be like, I really wish I could cuddle up with somebody, or I really wish I could tell somebody about my day. That's it. That's when the singleness hits you like, damn, I wish I had somebody. But throughout the day, you don't even be thinking about like, oh, I wish I had somebody to, talk to on my lunch break, or, like, I'm not even thinking about that stuff. But at night, when I lay my head down in that empty ass bed, oh yeah, that's when I be like, dang, yeah, I wish I had a little stink.
Modern women are incompatible with the men they desire. This is the tragic comedy. The men they want don't want them, and the men who would tolerate them don't excite them. So they're stuck in a loop of disappointment, watching men silently vanish into a life of peace, lifting, gaming, cooking their own meals, and enjoying their freedom without female chaos. And now they're bitter because their hot girl decade didn't translate into wife material. Bitter because Instagram likes don't pay the bills or provide love. Bitter because their options never turned into commitment. Bitter because the pick-me girls are now getting picked. Men aren't getting weaker, they're getting quieter. They're watching, they're analyzing, they're learning, and they're walking away. No drama, no arguments, just silence. And that silence, that's the loudest statement of all. Because men finally realized peace is better than attention. This is traditional women, where reality hits harder than a talk breakup. Cheers.